Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Break Vape podcast, episode 19. I am your host, Tami Ernst. I just got back from a fun weekend out in Las Vegas, and let me tell you, wow, I think it might be the Mecca motherland of vaping. If I wasn't on the other side of my vaping addiction, I would have for sure cracked and relapsed, but I am in a safe place now. I have been for a very long time, and I would love to bring you with me. So if you would like coaching, please send an email to hello@breakvapes.com. That's hello@breakvapes.com, and let's chat. If you are chiming in this week without listening to last week's episode, make sure that you go back and listen to episode number 19, episode number 18, so that you can take the quiz and get a quick lowdown on a tool in your brain called the RAS. To those of you who emailed in with your quiz answers, your heartfelt stories, your frustrations, and to those of you who decided to sign up for coaching, I just want to thank you for, number one, giving yourself and your loved ones the gift of you being healthy, and for number two, for being vulnerable and cool with me about your lives. I appreciate you guys 200%, and I'm going to share some quiz results anonymously, of course, with the rest of our listeners before I go into how I want you to use your brain and your RAS until we meet again next week. So, answers. The most common ones I got from the quiz last week. Number one, the question was, how much money do you spend per month on vaping? A, $25 to $100, B, $100 to $150, C, $150 to $200 plus dollars. The most common answer was B, $100 to $150 a month is spent on vaping. Number two, do you freak out if you can't find your vape? A, yes, B, no. Most common answer was yes. Number three, does vaping cause stress? A, yes, B, no. This most common answer was B, no, which actually I was a little not really so surprised about, because I used to think that vaping helped with stress, but this is actually incorrect, guys. Vaping actually causes stress, not helps with it, which is probably the biggest misconception that has been marketed to our faces by Big Tobacco. So if you want to go back and listen to episode number 8 of this podcast for the full story on how vaping basically dopamine hijacks your brain and causes stress. Okay, number 4. How often do you need your vape? A, all day long. B, a few times a day. C, occasionally. The most common answer, not surprisingly, was A, all day long. I know there were many of us who actually sleep with them next to us. Number 5, have you ever made a quit plan? A, yes. B, no. This is not surprising. B, no, that was the most common answer, which to me was actually not very surprising, because when I was trying to quit the first few times, I didn't know that needing a quit plan was a thing. So I created one, I perfected one, and now I teach you guys via coaching how to create your own unique and successful quit plan. So if you guys want to quit effectively, a quit plan is essential, and you can email me for more info on that. Number 6, how serious are you about saving your own life? A, let's do this. B, need some more time. C, not serious at all. Thankfully, the correct answer, not correct, but most common answer was A, let's do this. Everybody's serious about saving their own life. Number 7, there is a disease caused specifically from vaping that is already killing people. A, true, or B, false? The most common answer was B, false. So there actually is a disease out there, guys, that is killing people already, called EVALI. That is covered in episode number 3. Go check that out, because vaping will definitely kill you. Can definitely kill you, I should say. Number 8, has vaping ever caused you to break a law, lie to a loved one, or set a bad example for children? A, yes. B, no. The most common answer there was A, yes. I'm sure we all have our own really creative stories about that one. I know I did. Number 9, quitting will be easier and will actually work for good if you have a coach and a support system. A, true, or B, false? Most of you answered A, true. And number 10, how much are you willing to invest to save your life and quit vaping for good in as little as 5 weeks? A, less than $2,000. B, $2,000 to $5,000. C, whatever it takes. The most common answer we got to this one was B, $2,000 to $5,000. This answer actually really surprised me in a good way because I thought that you all were going to say whatever it takes, of course, right? That's like the first thing that would come to my mind. I mean, it seems that would make sense, but by nailing down a realistic dollar amount, it means that you all actually took inventory that if you want to quit without white knuckling it, there are costs associated like nicotine replacements, coaching, investing in plans that you make as part of your quit plan, etc., etc. So thank you guys for surprising me on that one. Okay, why did we take this quiz and why is it important? Because we have now turned on and activated your brain's Reticular Activating System, or your RAS, to allow thoughts about how you need to quit vaping for good reach your mind at a quick and conscious level. Every human has a reticular activating system, or an RAS, which is a bundle of nerves that sits in your brainstem, and its job is to regulate behavior, arousal, consciousness, and motivation. RAS is the reason that when you learn a new word, you will start to hear it everywhere. Or if you or someone you know all of a sudden really wants a red car and you guys talk about it all the time, all of a sudden you're going to notice red cars everywhere. And of course, if you've heard of the RAS before, the red car is the old school go-to classic example. That one is well used, so why create the wheel there? In short, your RAS is your brain's filtration system, and we want to train it to allow thoughts about you successfully quitting vaping into your conscious mind quickly and often 24/7. Because up until now, and when I say now, I mean being at the stage where you are very curious about how to quit vaping. Vaping has become a habit that is stuck in your subconscious mind. Guess what, my friends? When you tell your brain what to think, you tell your brain what to think, and then it gets to work and you will blow your own mind. Here are a few things to get your RAS going in addition to the quiz. Number 1, Google vaping explosions and see how many vapes have blown up in people's faces, which so sadly have been fatal in some cases. Number 2, when you pass a vape store, which you will now see everywhere, imagine it as an anti-vape store. How could you create one of those to help yourself and your community? Number 3, join social media support groups that are all about how to quit vaping. Number 4, and this one is, I think, a really important one. Number 4, you want to get yourself obsessed with the thought that quitting for good is 100% doable and you are 100% worthy. You can do this and your RAS will help you. You just have to turn it on. And number 5, of course, contact me for coaching if you need a little extra help. You can do that by emailing hello@breakvapes.com. Now, get those thoughts about how to quit vaping to work, and let's get your RAS working. And I will see you guys next week. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye.